Hey Feedfeed community, my name is Tom Bernath, and I'm going to be taking over the Feedfeed Snapchat today. I'm going to show you guys how to make my yummy cheesy churros. I'm a 14-year-old teen chef from Teaneck, New Jersey. The recipe that I'll be showing you guys how to make today is from my blog, cookwithchefeton.com. Alright, let's get started. On my table here I got all the ingredients that you guys will need to make this. I've got my flour, 3 eggs, a stick of butter, sugar, salt. I'm using like a pepper jack with jalapeno. You can use any spicy cheese, and water. To start the recipe off, we're going to add in a cup and a half of water into our pot, then our stick of butter, and then we're going to put this on the stove until all the butter is melted and it begins to boil. While we're waiting for our butter to melt, you can check me out on Instagram at @ChefEtonBernath. Here I post all my adventures in the kitchen. Our water is about to boil, so I'm going to add in the salt and the sugar and mix it until it's combined. Alright, now what we're going to do is we're going to add in the flour and turn off the flame and begin to stir. Alright, so it's mostly combined, and now what we're going to do is we're going to turn back on the flame, and we're going to continue to stir it for about 30 seconds with the heat on, and this will just cook the flour a little bit. Then we're going to take it off the heat. Now I'm going to set aside the dough for about 5 minutes just so that it can cool before I add in the eggs. Meanwhile, I'm heating up my oil in my pan, and I'm going to start to get it hot for when we fry the yummy churros. Alright, so the next step for our churros is that we're going to add in these 3 eggs one at a time and really mix them into our dough. Alright, let's add in the first egg. Each time you add an egg, what's going to happen is, as you see like this, it's going to be very broken, but then when you keep mixing it in, it's going to become together into a homogeneous mixture. As you can see, it's come together to a nice homogeneous mixture. You can see there's no broken eggs and everything. And we're going to do this to the rest of the eggs. Now we're going to add in our cup of grated spicy cheese. Alright, so the next step is we're going to fill this piping bag that I fitted with a star tip with our churro batter. Alright, so we're filling our piping bag with our churro batter. Yum, look at those churros frying. Our churros are done frying, and now I'm going to remove them, shake them off, and put them on a plate lined with paper towel. Now, unlike traditional churros, these are not dipped in cinnamon sugar. Obviously, that would taste a little weird. But they're just plain like this, or you could serve them with a nice cheese sauce. I actually put a recipe on my blog with this recipe for a good cheese sauce, or just plain. As you can see, they're nice and crunchy on the outside, and nice gooey, cheesy on the inside. They're so good. These churros are a really fun recipe to make with your friends or for different people, for parties. I'm actually going to bring them out after this to my neighbors. They're just really yummy for everything. Also, what I love about churros in general is that you can make them in so many fun shapes. So I just made them in kind of little sticks, how they're traditionally. You can make them in different circles and different fun shapes. You can check this recipe out on my blog, cookwithchefeton.com. It's right here, cheese churros. Also, you can check out my Instagram at @ChefEtonBernath, where I post all my fun adventures in the kitchen, and I'll put the rest of my socials after this for you guys to screenshot. I hope you guys enjoyed watching, and I really want to thank the Feedfeed for letting me take over the Snapchat today. If you make this recipe or any of my others, make sure to tag me on Instagram at @ChefEtonBernath. I love to see what you guys make. Bye! Quick thing, I forgot to mention, if you guys want to take over the Feedfeed Snapchat, just send them a snap and let them know what you'd like to make.